Thank you for being here today on our TWC Med Talk. We have a very special announcement and a very important partnership. The Wellness Company is now working with, has partnered with 1Dental. And to talk a little bit about that partnership, we have John Mark Anderson from 1Dental. John Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Chris. How are you?
Great. So I thought we'd have a little conversation about what this partnership means, and also what we're able to do with the two companies together for each other's customers. So to start with, tell me a little bit about the 1Dental partnership with the Wellness Company and how 1Dental can benefit Wellness Company customers with your offering.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll tell a little bit about 1Dental to kind of help set that up. So we are a dental discount plan company. So what we do is we help people save money at the dentist office. So when they're going in for any work that they need done, whether it's just basic cleanings, checkups, all the way up to major things like root canals, implants, braces for your kids, or even for yourself, and really anything in between, we help whenever you go to the dentist office and you don't have to worry about things like maximums or waiting periods or things like that. It's a very counter insurance product. Dental insurance can be really great if you have it through your company, say, and they're paying for it. It can be helpful in that case, but most people don't have that benefit, or they run out of their maximum with dental. So we actually can come in and help in both of those different kinds of scenarios. We help a wide range of people saving on their oral hygiene. And as you and your audience are most definitely aware, oral health is one of the biggest factors in overall health. So it's really important to helping people live a better life. And that's something that we really strive to do. So we see the partnership with the Wellness Company as really being a really great marriage. You guys go in and really help people in their overall health, wellness obviously being a part of the name of your company. And then we really see us coming in and helping with the oral part of that. So you can really get help all around. And we really see that as a benefit to people.
Great. So let's talk a little bit about how this works, the 1Dental model and the benefit here. And as we've talked about this in the past, not while it's recorded. One thing that I thought was very interesting is you pointed out a lot of people say, "Oh, I get a free dental cleaning," and in reality, you're not really getting a free dental cleaning. And so I thought maybe you could talk a little bit about that, and then how 1Dental works to save people these pretty incredible amounts. I think it's 15 to 65%, depending on the area and what's being done.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's obviously a wide range of savings, and it does depend on the work that you're getting done. A real simple example and real simple way to think about it is something most people are familiar with, which would be like a Costco membership. So you become a member, you go to the dentist office, and any work you need to get done, you get a discount on. Basically, that's the high level. So you get discounts on anything that you need to get done. Now, one of the points that you mentioned was the free cleaning, and we talk to people all the time who think that way, and it makes sense. You used to hearing free cleanings. That's very likely what your parents had and what their parents before them, if they had some kind of job with dental, they got this quote unquote free cleaning and they had this maximum. Well, I'll tell you right now that maximum back then in 1970 is the same maximum that you have today of about $1,000. And so inflation hasn't done you any favors on your dental insurance. It actually doesn't go nearly as far as it used to go. So what has happened is you've actually seen an increase in premium and really no increase in benefit when it comes to your maximum. So they do give you this free cleaning, but if you sit down and just do the math on what a cleaning costs, you'll see that it's not really free. You end up paying about $500 or $600 a year for that quote unquote free cleaning. Maybe more, maybe less. It depends on what plan you have, how much your company is paying for it, different things like that. But it's not free. It's definitely not a free cleaning.
So kind of what you're saying is the premium you pay goes to pay for that cleaning plus more.
That's right.
What you're left with is a limit on how much you're going to get let's say the insurance company's discount that you paid the premium for. And that really hasn't gone up since the 70s, while treatment costs, inflation have gone up. So in reality, you don't have a free cleaning, and you may very quickly run up against the cap if you need even a few simple procedures in a year, depending on how your plan is structured.
But that's absolutely right. And part of the assumption in your statement is that you've had the plan for a while. So there's a lot of dental insurances out there that they don't pay for anything outside of maybe the cleaning and maybe a filling or two inside of the first 6 months or the first year. So let's say you have an emergency, you chip a tooth, your tooth starts to hurt over Thanksgiving dinner and you need a root canal, something like that. Well, if you've only had your plan a handful of months, that dental insurance isn't going to pay hardly anything, if anything at all. So even if you do have this maximum of say $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, if you're really, really fortunate, it may not pay anything at all because you haven't gotten through that waiting period. So what makes 1Dental different is because we are a discount plan, we don't have to go pay another insurance company. You are actually taking care of a discounted rate right there in the office between you and the dentist. And these dentists have agreed, hey, we want to help people, we want to work with people and actually make something affordable. So we're going to cut our rates so that these people can actually get the work done that they need to.
So the one way to look at it is if you've been putting off dental work, whether you had a plan or not, you may have to have some substantial work done because you put it off. And the 1Dental wellness company approach may end up actually being the best option, let alone the most affordable option, because A, if you switch jobs, you may not be able to get treatment right away. And B, you may run up against a cap so quickly that you can't get all the work done anyways.
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Interesting. And can you talk a little bit about how you negotiate these rates? The way I understood it is almost the way, airlines figuring out in the the 80s that when a plane takes off with an empty seat, it has no value. And so they looked at ways to fill that seat, which is all the same quality, all the same value, all the same safety,
right,
but at a discount. Is that a kind of your model? Can you talk about how you get these great rates?
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. It's very similar. It's a diminishing inventory, right? If you're a dentist, your time is your inventory, right? And so there have been studies out there that show, hey, what does it cost for a dentist office to run on a day-to-day basis? And it turns out they need to make about $80 an hour on average across the country to fill their to break even. Basically, they need $80 an hour to break even. So it's much better to have somebody in the chair, and let's say that person only ends up paying $100 for X, Y, and Z. Maybe they didn't make a lot of money. They made $20 over that hour, but they at least had somebody in the chair. So what often happens when we talk about this with people is their immediate question is then like, well, are you working with good dentists? Like, how do I know I'm working with a good dentist if they're just trying to get people in chairs, right? Only bad dentists have empty spots. That's an assumption people have. Well, that's not true. We have a 7-step verification process we go through. We make sure that these dentists have been in business for a handful of years. They have no outstanding complaints. They have to have insurance, all of these kind of stuff. We don't work with the dental schools. We don't work with the guys that are fresh out of dental school either. We want to make sure we're working with quality dentists that are highly qualified. So we're making sure you get the best treatment possible.
So these really capable dentists are just working with you to say, you know what, I'll work at a discount, so I have a guaranteed amount of work that kind of keeps the lights on for me, and then I'll see my regular patient load as well. And then that's how they make a decision to work with you. This isn't about, as you said, they're inexperienced, they're less reputable. This is just a business decision they make. And you see a quality dentist who just charges a different rate for you because of this 1Dental partnership with the wellness company.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So it's your more business savvy dentists who understand, hey, I need to get people in the door. I need to fill seats to keep this thing going. So I'll tell you just a personal story on that. So I'm a pretty normal person when it comes to my oral health. I go in a couple of times a year and get a cleaning. I'm about 35. I've needed like one filling in my whole life. So maybe I'm an exception in that way, but I just don't need a lot of dental work, but I still do it. So I was in the chair just not that long ago, and the hygienist confirmed. She said, "Oh, so you're on the 1Dental plan." And I said, "Yeah, that's right." She said, "Wow, I really love this plan." And we hear that a lot because actually the front desk people really like this plan because it's less work for them. They're not having to go file with dental insurance companies. They're going to collect right now whatever the payment is. and then they're going to be done. They don't have to go track down the insurance company. Then they don't have to come back to you later as a customer and say, hey, your insurance company said you owe us X, Y, and Z. So they actually really like it because it gives them really good customer service, less work. And then the dentist likes it because he gets his money in the door right away. A lot of times about the same money that he would have gotten from a dental insurance patient anyway.
And that means no surprise billing then. You're not going to get something
Exactly.
in 6 months saying, oh, the insurance company didn't cover all of it.
Right. Yeah, you don't have any of that.
Well, that sounds great for existing 1Dental customers. It sounds exciting for wellness company members to take part in this plan. Let's talk a little bit about what you see the wellness company offering for 1Dental customers.
Sure. So there have been a couple of things that we have talked about and seen and been really excited about. And then there's a lot more I don't know that I'm excited to learn as we go, as I keep learning more and more about the wellness company. But a couple of the first things that are really exciting to me for our customers is the series of oral health products. And I'm going to start over on that. The series of oral products that you have created for us. So the first one being the probiotic, because most people we talk to on a day in, day out basis, they're looking for dental because there's some kind of general problem with their mouth. Maybe it's just they need a cleaning, but we talk to a lot of people who need an implant or a root canal or one of these other major procedures. And getting a probiotic into their daily routine can really help them long-term to have better oral health, which again leads them to living a better, healthier life. And we really want to do that for our members, provide them as many opportunities for this as we possibly can. We've also seen this teeth whitening kit, which I'm really excited about as a person whose teeth tend to stain when I drink coffee, and I drink a lot of coffee. I'm going to need to absolutely get that and work on that. But then there's also this aligner product that is really, really cool and really interesting. I think can really be a help to our customers who are looking into braces or the brand name Invisalign or these others, that this could be an alternative for them at a much lower cost and could really be a help to them, because we have a lot of people that need that, especially if they're a little bit later in life. They don't want to go on and do the full braces thing. We don't want to have this thing in my mouth for, I'm 40 years old and I don't want to have braces. Like, okay, well, maybe this is a solution for you and really could be a help to them. So, and then there's also all the other daily supplements that seem really, really interesting. And I'm learning more about that. And it seems like it's really going to be a help to folks.
Absolutely. And, I, as this partnership began, was kind of fascinated to learn that I didn't know there were dental probiotics.
Yeah.
For gum and bone health. And I thought that was really interesting. And I know that's something we've talked about quite a bit. How can people learn more? They can go to twc.health, 1Dental's website.
Yeah, come to 1dental.com. Check us out there. We have a US based staff. If you have any questions, feel free to call. We're located right outside of downtown Fort Worth, Texas. So feel free to give us a call. We'd love to help you.
Great. And the wellness company primarily in Florida. We were a little more distributed, but additionally, we have newsletters for both companies that will be coming out this week. If you go to our websites, you can sign up for them, and we'll be sharing a little bit more about the oral probiotic for 1Dental, and we'll be talking about this partnership in our newsletter, as well as sharing some other researched information about health. So hope people sign up there. John, Mark, thanks for being here today, and look forward to talking again in the future.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. This was great.